to start the second part of the third chapter of political science, that is political parties. Today we have to start national parties. So what are the national parties? How many national parties are there in our country that we have to study? First, here criteria is given to recognize as any political party as national party or state party. So what is that criteria? First we will understand that. To get recognition as a national party, the Election Commission has prescribed the following conditions. First condition, a political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in 4 or more states in the earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly election, and minimum 4 members should be elected in the Lok Sabha from any state or states in the earlier election. So here it is said that a party should secure minimum 6% votes in the earlier Lok Sabha election or state assembly election, and 4 members should be elected in the Lok Sabha from any state or states from earlier election. So that is the first condition. Number 2, the candidates or a party should be elected from minimum 2% constituencies out of total Lok Sabha constituencies and from minimum 3 states. So here is said that we have, if any party want to call as a national party, then that party should get minimum 2% constituencies out of the total Lok Sabha constituencies and from minimum 3 states, means from the 3 states they should get 2% constituencies. Again, to get recognition as a regional party, the Election Commission has prescribed the following conditions. First condition, a political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly election, and minimum 2 members should be elected in the Vidhan Sabha, means state assembly. So here it is said that 6% minimum votes in the earlier Lok Sabha, it is exact same for the national party, but here another is given, minimum 2 members should be elected in the Vidhan Sabha, and in earlier they said that minimum 4 members should be elected from in the Lok Sabha. Understood? So 6% votes they should get in earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly. First condition is the same. Again, minimum 2 members should be elected in the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, here for regional party 2 members should be elected in the Vidhan Sabha, and for the national party 4 members should be elected in the Lok Sabha. Second condition, or a political party should secure minimum 3% of seats out of total seats of Vidhan Sabha. If any political party they are able to secure minimum 3% seats out of total seats of Vidhan Sabha, then that party should call state party, or minimum 3 seats are given here. Okay, now we will start the national parties. First party is the Indian National Congress. The Indian National Congress was established in 1885. At the time of its establishment, Congress was an all-comprehensive movement working for national independence. So here it is said that in 1885, that time National Congress Party, it was established, and many years there was just one single party, Congress Party was in rule, in power. So it was very powerful party. Group with different ideologies had come together in this nationalist movement. So nationalist movement is before independence also this party was very active. Many groups, different ideologies, the people, their thinking way is different, so that all came together for nationalist movement. After independence, the Congress emerged as the most dominant political party. So after independence, this party was very powerful, very dominant party. The party from sorry from the beginning follow the policy of secularism, all round development, equal rights and welfare of minorities and disadvantageous section of the society. So from the beginning the political party is thinking about secularism. Secularism means what? This party is giving respect to all the religions, means all religions are equal in front of the law. So no religion is superior, no religion is inferior. So that is the ideology of National Congress Party. And all round development means in the country all citizens are living, so each and every citizens all round development should take place. Equal rights and welfare for minorities. So there are many minorities, uh, people are living in our country, so that minority should not suppressed by the majority. So that's why their rights and their welfare, that is also their welfare and they should get equal right, that is also the policy of National Congress Party. And disadvantageous section of the society, disadvantageous section means other weaker sections, poor people, so that all should get proper benefit in the country. Congress has organized various programs to achieve those objectives. The party believes in democratic socialism. So here it is said that Congress party is organizing various programs. So what is that? See, here it is said that the party believe in democratic socialism. Democratic socialism means in our country whatever the national wealth is there, so that should be distributed properly among the people, and means everyone should get benefit, especially the weaker sections, poor people, they should get the benefit whatever the source of income is there. So that social equality and international peace. Social equality means all in the society all are equal, so equal rights should get to them, there should be no discrimination among the people. And international peace, international peace is very important, because as we got independent, before independent, after independence we have seen the world war. So and due to that how our countries get disturbed, so that also Congress party know very well. So that's why they have given more importance to the international peace. As Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he was the prime minister that time. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru has decided non-alignment movement, means we should be away from the war and warlike situations, we should not give our side to any country, means during the war time. So that is the policy of non-alignment. So international peace means in the world there should be peace, there should be no kind of war or war-like situation. That is the main sorry that all the things are policies of Congress party. Now we will study the another party. So here this is the symbol of National Congress Party, Punjab. So next is Communist Party of India. This party based on the communist ideology was established in 1925. So communist ideology, Karl Marx. So on the basis of ideologies, communist ideology, Karl Marx also, Mao also, they are having the communist ideology. So that party was established in 1925. It is an old party in India. This party works for welfare of laborers and workers. So this party, Communist Party of India, that is working for welfare of the workers and laborers. The party opposes capitalism. Capitalism means what? Means all power should be in the hands of the capitalists. Those are investing the money in the companies. So means big businessmen, companies, those those are investing their money, so that people are more powerful in the capitalism, means importance is given to them. So this Communist Party is opposing to the capitalism. They are thinking that labor and workers, means this section should get the more benefit or power. The party leadership developed differences in 1962 over the issue of whether Communist Party should accept Communist Party of India should accept the leadership of Communist China or Soviet Union. So in the year 1962, this Communist Party of India, that Communist Party, there was some issues between the political leaders. So some political leaders, they were thinking that communist ideology of China is good, so we should follow that ideology, and other were thinking that no, we have to accept the Soviet Union, means Russia's ideology. So Russia, Karl Marx and Lenin, that leaders were there, they have a strong ideology in the Russia, that is Marx ideology. But in the China, Mao he was the leader. So in our Indian, in the Communist Party of India, that party members, that party leaders, they were having different opinions. So that's why in 1962 that party was split, means there was a some issues between the members of the people, and this lead to the split in the Communist Party of India, and separate party, Communist Party of India Marxist, was formed. So because of differences in the opinion, so that opinion means to which ideology we should follow, China's or Russia's. So due to that, there was a split division in the Communist Party. So a separate party was formed, that name is given Communist Party of India Marxist, that party was formed. Now third party is the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. So Bharatiya Janata Party is an important party at the national level. Bharatiya Janata Sangh was established in 1951. So 1951 the party was established, that name was Bharatiya Jana Sangh. This party was merged with Janata Party, that was established in 1977. Yesterday we, means in our previous session, we have seen in the year 1977, that time all the parties came together and they have given tough fight to the National Congress Party. So Morarji Desai, he became the means his rule came in the BJP, means he became the prime minister. So that Janata Party, it was merged, means Bharatiya Jana Sangh and Janata Party. There was a split in the party, and Bharatiya Jana Sangh, the important party of Janata Party, established a new party in 1980. So again there was a conflict here, because two parties were merged, that is the Bharatiya Jana Sangh and Bharatiya Janata Party. So there was some issues between the members. Due to that, again this party was also split, and Bharatiya Jana Sangh, a component party of Janata Party, established a new party, that is Bharatiya Janata Party. So in the year 1980, new party was formed, that is Bharatiya Janata Party, name as given. The party stand for the protection of Indian culture and tradition. The party gives importance to economic reform. So Bharatiya Janata Party, what is their policy? So to protect Indian culture and tradition, and to give more importance to the economic reform of our country. So next party, so lotus is the national symbol of Bharatiya Janata Party. Next is the party Communist Party of India Marxist. This party proclaims socialism, secularism and democracy. Socialism means, just now I have informed you that whatever wealth of the country, that should be equally divided among the people. So here it is said that and secularism, all religions are equal, so we should give equal treatment to the all religion of our country. And democracy, the party oppose imperialism. Imperialism means what? One strong country dominating over the weak country, like britishers, they dominated over several countries. Even our India also become victim of imperialism. So this Communist Party of India, Marxist, they are opposing to the imperialism. Importance sorry party's policy is to protect the interest of workers, farmers and landless laborers. So this party, their uh, policy is to protect the interest of the working class, farmers and land laborers. So here is the symbol of Communist Party of India, Marxist. Now Bahujan Samaj Party, BSP. So Bahujan Samaj Party professes the socialist ideology. In 1984, the party was established with the objective of protecting the interest of majority. Here there should be minority word, but majority is came. So here it is said that in the year 1984, this party, Bahujan Samaj Party, was established, and that party was having the socialist ideology, means welfare of all people. But here it is said that specially the protection of the minority, means scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, religious minorities. Religious minorities means like Muslim, Sikh, Jain, Buddhist. So these all the peoples and the other backward classes together constitute a majority, means this all's welfare. That is the main objective of this BSP, means Bharatiya Bahujan Samaj Party. The party aims to give power in the hands of the majority. So now sixth party is the Nationalist Congress Party. In 1999, there was a split in the Congress Party, and National Congress Party was established. So in the year 1999, that year, in the Congress Party, so there was some issue among the political leaders, and means there was some differences of their opinion, and due to that National Congress Party split, and from that National Congress Party another party was formed. That name has given Nationalist Congress Party in the year 1999. The party believes in the values of democracy, equality and secularism. So I have told the meaning of that. All secularism, all religions are equal. Equality means equally treat, treatment should give one equal level to all the people, all religions people. So that is the ideology of this. So that is the objective or policy of Nationalist Congress Party. The party was in power in Maharashtra from 1999 to 2014 in the coalition with the Congress Party. So near about 15 years, from 1999 to 2014, that both National Congress Party and Nationalist Congress Party with the coalition, they has formed their government. So means near about 15 years they worked together. Nationalist Congress Party for a long period was also a part of coalition government led by Congress at center from 2004 to 2014. So from 2004 to 2014, that parties, Nationalist Congress Party and National Congress Party, that party, they miss coalition government, they had formed, and in this way they were ruled from 2004 to 2014. Next party, seventh party, that is Trinamool Congress. All India Trinamool Congress Party was established in 1998. So this party, Trinamool Congress Party, was established in 1998. Election Commission gave the party recognition as national party in 2016. So 2016, that Trinamool Congress Party got recognition by the Election Commission as the national party. In the party support democracy, secularism, and protection of the interest of the workers section of the society. So this party gives support to democratic values, secularism, and protection of interest of weaker sections of the society. Weaker sections means included all the um, means scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other weaker sects. So that all sections interest. It is the policy of Trinamool Congress. So it is the symbol of Trinamool Congress, and here clock, that is the symbol of Nationalist Congress Party. So here one chart is given. Number of seats secured by national parties in Lok Sabha elections of 2009 and 2014. So here it is said that Congress, Indian National Congress, that party got 206 seats in the Lok Sabha elections in the year 2009, and 2040 seats are reduced, just 44 seats they had secured. Now next party, Communist Party of India. Communist Party of India got 4 seats in 2009 and 1 seat in 2014. Bharatiya Janata Party, in the year 2009 they got 116 seats, but in 2014 selection they got 282 seats. Communist Party of India, Marxist, they got 16 seats in 2009 selection, and 2014 they got just 9 seats. Bahujan Samaj Party, they got 21 seats in 2009 selection, and 2014 they did not get any seat. Nationalist Congress Party, they got 9 seats in 2009 Lok Sabha election, and 2014 election they got 6 seats. So here some cutting of newspaper means headlines are given. Power shift in Tamil Nadu, political marketing leading to terror, formation of a new party in Maharashtra. So like that headings are given. Shiromani Akali Dal gets clear majority. You must be read different news in newspaper. Through these news items we get information about various parties existing in different states of India. So like that various news are coming in our newspaper, and through that all the things we can get information about various parties that exist in our India and different states of India. Do these parties function only at state level? Or next is given, some state leaders are influential at the national level while some have influence only at state level. Why it is so? So here 2 questions are asked. What do you think about it? So here first is said that do these parties function only at state level? So these parties, they are functioning at the state level. No, there are some parties they are functioning at the national level also. Here it is said that the state leaders are influence at national level. Some they are having influence over the state level. For example, um, Manase, Raj Thakre, and Shiv Sena. So that parties are state regional party. So but they are having influence on whole country, nation. So see here, with the help of such questions, we will try to get information about various regional parties in India. We will study some of the regional parties from different parts of India. From different parts of India. In India, we find people speaking different languages. We have different traditions and culture. They belong to different part of India. We see different regions have their own language. You have already studied different geographical regions in Maharashtra. So here it is said that in India there are many languages, different languages, and different language speaking people are there. Tradition is different of different states, culture is different. So here it is said that again geographical conditions, geographical regions also different in different states, especially in Maharashtra. Here it is said in Maharashtra there exists geographical and cultural diversity. Maharashtra is different from Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. The feeling of affinity developed about our language and region gradually turns into identity consciousness and finally gives rise to regionalism. We have studied last year the concept regionalism in our um, history and political science textbook. So here it is said that when the people they have connected or um, affiliated to their language, means Marathi. Suppose we are living in Maharashtra, so Marathi is our language. We are having proud on our culture, identity. So that create that give rise to regionalism. People start thinking primarily about the interest of interest and development of their own region. So here people start to think, no, we are Maharashtrian, so we should think about the development of our Maharashtra people. They start feeling proud of their language, literature, tradition, history of social reforms, education, and cultural movements, and this give rise to the development of linguistic identity. So here it is said that people they start to feel proud about their language, about their culture, about their tradition, about their history of social reforms. So education, culture. So they are thinking that we should get miss in our region, we should get all the things, and these things there should be all round development in our region. So these give rise to the development of linguistic identity. Linguistic means, suppose here in Maharashtra maximum people are speaking Marathi, so and in the Tamil Nadu Tamil people, and Bengali people. So like that linguistic identity is created, developed. Regional identity developed from the consciousness about the development of region and the feeling that people belong to the region should have claim over the resources and employment opportunities. So here it is said that due to this regionalism, what is that regional consciousness has developed, means people are thinking that in the Maharashtra, suppose whatever jobs are given or employment opportunities are given, so there first Maharashtrian citizen they should get all the benefits. So like that thinking came out. When linguistic, regional, cultural and other identities get connected, regional consciousness emerge as a strong feeling. Sometimes it gives rise to independent political party or pressure groups or movements. So here it is said that when all linguistic, regional, cultural that all get connected, that time regional consciousness emerge, and due to that strong feeling political parties are formed. That political parties that gives importance to that particular region. All such developments aim to protection of the interest of the region. So these all the thing, because of that all the thing, that they start to think that we should develop the aim that protection of the interest of the region, means we are living in Maharashtra region, so we should think about the development, progress, betterment of the Maharashtra people. So like that. So here we have seen these things which is important so for the regional parties. So in our next session we will study the regional parties, which regional parties are exist in our country. So thank you very much.